Mike Moore Media.
Terry Snyder is founder of Operation North State, and he's on the line now, out in the rain. Hey, Terry, how are you?
Buddy, I'm doing good, and yes, it is raining where I am. I'm sitting in a parking lot in Lexington, North Carolina, and it's rain everywhere. I think we're all getting our share of it today.
I think we are, that's for sure. Well, we have several things to talk about. You're just wrapping up a couple of projects, so bring us up to date on that. How did that go? What did you do?
Yeah, the big thing is with the pandemic and all the guidelines going on with the community can't do and the numbers being cut back, it really kind of stopped us from a standpoint of our big fishing festivals and cycling events. But what we have been able to do over the last 45 days, we were able to get two fishing festivals back in. We had one on Randleman Lake late September, and that was a huge success and had right at 100 people, well within the guidelines of what we were told we could do. Mm-hmm. And this past Friday, we had a group of wounded warriors and disabled veterans in Operation North State. We chartered the Carolina Princess out of Moorhead, and we had them, other than some rough seas, the day was just an outstanding day. So we've had those events. We've had some one-on-one fishing outings. We've had some golf outings, several this past month. And then we had a cycling event, which we have on a monthly basis. We had that this past month for the first time. So we're rolling again, and we're happy. And we definitely got some excited wounded warriors and disabled veterans that they're able to get with their buddies and the camaraderie. So glad we're able to pull that off again.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm glad you've gotten in a couple of things for sure. Yeah, I'm on your Facebook page and looking at some good fishing pictures there. It looks like they were biting.
They were, but we knew going out we were going to be able to get it in, but we knew it was going to be iffy from a standpoint of the rough and high seas, and they were, and we had about 1/3 of the participants inside on their knees, and they were colored green all day long, but the rest of us got some pretty good fishing in.
Okay, all right. Well, we've been talking about COVID for months. It's affecting everyone. We're all having to adjust and then readjust. So we have some new guidelines out now. What is that doing to your projects?
Well, just shrinking the number. We were to the point we were going to be able to have our packing parties where we pack our NC Cares Christmas boxes. And actually today I'll be sending out an email to the folks that had signed up to help us with those packing parties. But we're just going to have to, trying to get it all done in one day, we're going to have to turn it into 2 days because we were going to have like 25 or 30 people at each packing party. Well, we got to back it back to no more than 10 in the building. But we'll make that happen so it's affected us. From a standpoint of the giving, we're extremely fortunate that the North Carolina brands and logos and products that have been in our NC Cares Christmas boxes for 11 years, 100% of them are on board. The only thing that's a little bit of a holdback with the schools being kind of shut down and the churches and so forth that have helped us with these projects over the years. Some of their items are off. Some of the volunteers, we just don't have quite as many, but we've got plenty to get it done. And the big thing is this year, the recipients of our boxes, and that's what I'd really like to talk about today, the recipients this year are going to be North Carolina's shut-in veterans across the state. So if your listeners know of anybody in a nursing home or someone that's living by themselves, but their needs are kind of being met by a caregiver or somebody checking on them, and they're veterans, we want to make sure that we get a box in their lap this Christmas season.
You know, it's interesting how people are thinking outside of the box, and in your case, a real box with those Christmas goodies. And this is kind of a different approach, of course, than sending all of that to our veterans out of the country. But this is working out very effectively for our shut-ins, so too, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And, you know, first of all, our project for 10 years, it was sending these boxes to North Carolina's deployed troops. But this year, it wasn't only COVID that kind of put a stop to us, but the big stop was the U.S. Postal Service said, moving forward, we have to do all of our custom forms online. And that just does not meet our model when you're doing 1,500 boxes. Mm-hmm. So we had to shift gears. So now we're still able to get all of our partners on board to provide us the items, but we're going to start the first year, do 825 boxes, and they're very, very quality. They're full. And in the past 10 years, when we had items left over, we were already given those leftover items to shut-in veterans across the state. Mm-hmm. So now we're just going to make those guys and gals our target. It's so needed. But, Mike, between me and you, getting that box in their hands is one thing. But I think what they need more than that box is it's actually going to be a conversation. It's going to be somebody coming by, somebody showing some interest in them and actually saying hello. And that's what I'm probably the happiest about. And we could not be any happier that the American Legion Riders have hooked up with us, and they're going to help us get the boxes out. And so pretty much all Operation North State has to do is get the boxes assembled, put them together, tape them up, strap them up, have them ready for the American Legion Riders, and they're going to get in the hands of these shut-ins throughout the state.
Well, I'm the eternal optimist, and you have a positive attitude about everything as well. And, things always work out for the best, don't they?
Well, we think they do. And like I said, something as simple and as, like I said, just a conversation. And over the years, I have visited a lot of these shut-in vets. And, I mean, it's pretty heartbreaking sometimes when you leave and to see what they're starved for, how little they have in their life, and just how important the conversation is. And, these boxes, I think they're going to be very, very appreciative. But just the fact that us here in North Carolina are caring about them, showing some attention, I think it's the right thing to do. And more importantly, I think they're going to really appreciate it.
I know they will. Well, we certainly appreciate you and your team for making it happen. So thank you for that as always. Well, I appreciate the update. Anything else we need to mention before we finish?
Mike, I think that's pretty much it. I just, I caution everybody, and I hate to use the word caution, but, there's so many of us struggling. I mean, a lot of us don't have what we had a year ago, but we keep pushing on. We keep wanting to help those in need, be it children, those people with illnesses, or whatever the case might be. And I just encourage people to do it, but I just caution them on find those organizations that are truly going to hit the marks with their projects. And let's keep trying to do the best we can for our fellow man this Christmas season.
Well said. Thank you, Terry. Always a pleasure talking with you. Be safe out there on the wet roads, and we'll talk again soon.
All right, buddy. Take care.
You too.
Right, bye now.
Terry Snyder, founder of Operation North State, doing good work in so many ways, so many different levels for our wounded warriors and our disabled veterans. So thank you to Operation North State. Thank you for helping whenever you can, however you can. Please go to their website and on Facebook, of course, for Operation North State for the latest news and information.